The immigrant rights group CASA is suing after thousands of people say their temporary protected status was revoked. They tell our Lionel Donovan the terminations are unlawful, and tonight they're demanding the Trump administration follow the rules set by Congress.
Today, CASA held a press conference at its headquarters just on the Hill right here, where it announced that a hearing was held that gave the advocacy group an opportunity to present its case in front of a judge, and a ruling is expected within the next few weeks. Meanwhile, I got a chance to speak to folks about their concerns and fears about what they may face if they lose their TPS status.
What do we want? TPS! When do we want it? Now!
Today, Afghan and Cameroonian immigrants stood together at CASA's headquarters in Hyattsville to face the same problem. In just a few weeks, the temporary protected status of both groups will be terminated by the Department of Homeland Security. Now they're hoping the courts will reverse that decision.
TPS gives us a chance to live, work, and without fear of deportation. And for us, TPS for Cameroon has been personal.
Earlier this month, the federal agency put out a notice saying that Cameroon's TPS status would be revoked August 4th, claiming that Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem determined Cameroon no longer met the requirements. AF, who moved to the U.S. in 2023, says he couldn't disagree more.
Why would you say that people who are fleeing away from an armed conflict should go back to that situation?
AF fled Cameroon with his wife to escape a civil war that's been going on for nearly 8 years, a war that he says took his brother and sister. Now he's learning that he may be forced to return to the horrors he tried so hard to escape.
I've been an activist. I've been trying to help to raise a voice about the things that are not happening. So now I'm more exposed.
In May, Secretary Noem made the same determination for Afghanistan. Now its status is set to expire July 14th. Arash Azizada has lived in the U.S. for the past 24 years and advocates for Afghan refugees. He says many aren't just persecuted for their ethnicity or religion, but also their connection to the U.S.
The country is dangerous because America had a 20-year-long war there. It's helped set the conditions there, and so it's quite hypocritical and I think a really painful policy decision at the hands of the Trump administration and the Department of Homeland Security.
Now, I spoke to AF a little bit more after our interview, and I asked him if he still wanted to live in the U.S. with everything that's been going on. He told me that, to be honest, he would prefer to live somewhere else because he doesn't want to live underneath all of this fear and uncertainty. But he says at this point, he feels like he has to be here because his home hasn't gotten any better. From Hyattsville, Lionel Donovan, WUSA 9.